Back, everybody. All right, it's getting time for lunchtime, and joining us now is Paige Green, a dietitian with Hy-Vee, who is going to give us some tasty options of things we can enjoy when it comes to food that might not always be the way we're thinking. Because we're going to talk about all plants today and how they're important and what they can do for our diets. So good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, hi Jody. That's right. So you carnivore lovers, don't change the channel. I'm not saying we can't eat our steaks or our hamburgers. It's just thinking more about incorporating more plants into our diet. So what is plant-based eating? What's the consensus on that? And it's just including more of those veggies, the fruits, the whole grains, and the beans and the lentils. So we all know they're good for us, right? But it's just trying to make the meat more of a supporting role on our plate versus the main event or the main star of it, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, and it fills you up. And for me personally, who's been trying to incorporate this more into my life, it just makes me feel better, honestly. But you're always so great about giving us great ideas, recipes. Where do we start? If we hear this and we're like, not going to try that, what's a good stepping stone of getting started in something like this?
Yes, and I love that you can attest to that too, because you're feeling so good. It's because they're full of fiber. And so companies have really taken note of this recent phenomenon. How do we get more plants in our product? So the grocery store is a great place. So I bring a lot of fun products just to showcase. So black bean burgers have been all the rage. You can definitely just make your own. However, Morningstar, they have an awesome variety. This is the spicy black bean burger. Your grill's not going to know the difference, and neither are you. So each patty actually contains 9 grams of protein, and it contains less fat too. So that saturated fat that's found in a lot of meat products, it's significantly reduced when you replace it with black beans. So this is a good one.
And also, I would assume if we're reducing fat and other things, since we're still in February and talking heart health, we're helping so much more than just our, necessarily our waistline when we think about incorporating more vegetables into our diet.
You're 100% right. So it is still American Heart Month. So yes, we really want to make sure that our tickers are ticking great. So that can help with the cholesterol levels and with our blood sugars as well. And of course, like you mentioned, it can help with our weight maintenance too, just to help fill us up without, filling us out. Another really great product too. So I feel like, every recipe out there has maybe ground beef, so casseroles, tacos, right? So these Boco veggie crumbles are a great alternative. Just to switch it up every now and then. It's not a complete swap or a complete, I'm just going to eat, meatless meals. But having something like this just to incorporate every now and then can really help our overall health too.
I love that. Just a little bit incorporation. I've done that with my mashed potatoes. Instead of doing all potatoes, sometimes you incorporate some cauliflower and things like that. Don't feel like you have to go all the way. Just kind of incorporate little things at a time. You
got it. Good for you, Jackie. I love that you're kind of experimenting in the kitchen, and that's what we just have to do. Another really easy one is, I don't know if you've heard of Bonza, but it's a chickpea flour that they incorporated into macaroni and cheese. So I love highlighting this to maybe picky eaters, so moms and dads that are just trying to find something else. So this is a great option. And I feel like beans and lentils maybe are more safe versus maybe a black bean burger. So I wish I could cook with you in the studio there. I made a burger. A lentil sloppy joe. So no ground beef, it's just lentils. So hopefully you can see a close up. It smells good. It tastes awesome. Trust me on this one. You can find it on Hy-Vee.com. So give it a go.
I love that. Yeah, and one of these days we will get you back in our kitchen because that does look fabulous. And I've tried that pasta before. It's amazing how much things have improved. So you're not just saying, hey, eat this, it tastes good. There are some really, really tasty options out there. Okay, so Paige, you kind of mentioned there, if people are looking for recipes, if they're looking for more great ideas, where do they need to go?
Yep. So you'll find this recipe, and again, a quick Google search, Hy-Vee search in the recipe panel. You can do plant-based recipes. So this lentil sloppy joe's found there. Otherwise, Hy-Vee.com/health. We actually offer plant-based nutrition store tours. They're complimentary. So we're just going to give you some realistic, easy ways to incorporate more of that plant-based eating into your regular routine. And again, just find different products for you and your family to enjoy.
All right. It's a good conversation to have. Just make little changes and see if it makes you feel better. Paige, always great to see you. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Jody.
All right.